All right, guys, I've been trying to take the stator off while it's in the hole, and because I really just need to probably wire it as close as I possibly can. So I was gonna take it off and then put an oil block off kit on it, but I cannot get those bolts at the bottom to remove the stator cover. So, you know, I'm over it. I've been trying the last like 2 days. I'll come out here for like 10 minutes and I'll try to get in there and remove one of the bolts, but I just can't get it. I've tried like everything. So honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna pull the entire motor, and that'll give me a chance to, you know, clean everything out. I'll pressure wash the entire ski, and I'll get to replace all the fuel lines, clean everything up inside, and, you know, really clean it up and get it looking great. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Let's just pull the motor and get right to it. All right, guys, we're gonna get right to it. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. I'm gonna time lapse this, but I'm curious to see how fast I can pull this, because I can normally pull a 550, 650, 750 motor in 20 minutes. So let's get to it. Let's see. Okay. All right, so 12 minutes, I'd say we're ready to pull. So let's see. I'm gonna have my wife come out here and record me trying to lift this thing out by myself. All right, I'll just cut it out. Let's see here. This is gonna be really unstable. There we go. This is not very safe. Oh, geez. This thing's a tank. I gotta get it over so that the exhaust can come out first. Oh, what? Okay. Maybe she's not too bad. I'm sure there's a way to get this exhaust out properly that I'm not doing. Oh, jeez. Damn it, it's hooked up by a hose. Cut that. Boom. There goes the exhaust. All right, now I should be ready to pull her up. Oh, God damn. Okay. set it. Right there. All right. Okay. Now I'm slowly gonna get off. With the whole ski wobbling back and forth. Gonna scoot back. Boom. She's out. All right, she's out. That thing was a tank. Hopefully my wife recorded it good enough, I guess. I was definitely really struggling. So here you can see, I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. But then there's this like lip that runs right here in the hole. And you could see where like I was getting on them, but I just couldn't get them to turn at all. And I was losing my mind, I swear. So here, I'll show you the lip so you don't think I'm that crazy. Yeah. See this big lip right here? The motor literally sits right there. So it's like, I don't want to say impossible, but I just couldn't get it. And I was using the little angled ones, and I even tried to use the smaller one to try to get down in there, and I still couldn't get it. So, but she's out now, and the exhaust wasn't even hooked up properly. So I pulled it in 15 minutes total, but I'd say probably getting these side bolts undone probably would have taken a good amount of time. So since they were already undone, that is like a huge benefit. And then not having to uninstall the electronics, that's probably another benefit. But you know, I had it pulled completely in 15 minutes. I'd say that's pretty damn fast. But now I'm gonna take the stator cover off and see how all the wires look. There's how she looks. The stator looks to be in really good condition. There's a little bit of surface rust, but it's not too bad. If you've ever been around an electrical fire and you know that smell, just imagine that right now, because that's exactly what it smells like. So let's check out the wires. Yeah, so like, that's not good right there. So I separated all the wires. I cut it because it was going to need to be spliced anyways if it was salvageable. And one of the wires, can't get it to focus. One of the wires is completely toasted. So I flipped it over and I started taking it apart. And I tried to follow it as close as I possibly could to the actual stator. And then this is what I found. It is completely toasted, literally all the way to the top. So it is fried. So now I'm gonna start looking on eBay and try to find one. So let's start looking. This thing's spazzing. All right, I pressure washed the inside a little bit, cleaned it up just a little. You know, I wasn't too worried about getting it looking perfect inside. Mainly just, you know, where you can see. Not too worried about underneath the motor. And I just kind of wanted a little bit more of a cleaner working area. So now we're gonna drop the motor in, and yeah, I think that should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and I did get a stator from my little brother in Houston had one. So he brought it up to me, and I'm pretty sure that they're the same. So I'm just gonna kind of throw it on there and see what happens. Pretty sure it's the same one though, so I think we'll be all right. Got the new stator on. I'm trying to figure out where this second cooling line goes. I think it goes to the chamber somewhere. So I'm gonna look at that. I got this one hooked up, and then I have it wired into the e-box, and then I finished installing the igniter, and I just have 2 bolts in for now until we verify that everything's gonna start up. Then I'll completely seal the e-box, and I think we're just about ready to drop the motor in. Running some new cooling lines. All right, we are back on the 1100. I had to order a few gaskets, got them in the mail, so we went ahead and just dropped it in really quick. So basically we're back to where we were, and we got the e-box mocked up really quick. It's not installed correctly, obviously. Wires everywhere, all messed up, but we're just gonna verify because I don't know too much about this thing, but we don't have this key. So we're gonna try to start it up, make sure everything turns over and that there's spark, and we should be good. Start, stop. What does that even mean? Dead battery. All right, well that's good. It's turning over. All right, let's get a different battery and try it out. Make sure there's no cables in the way. Okay, all right, let's check it out. What was that noise?
That.
Oh my gosh, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this exhaust installed, get everything installed properly, and this thing's gonna be on the water tomorrow. So we got to figure out how to bypass that. Jeez. So we separated these wires, and then I read online that if you connect these two together, that it'll be on the permanently, or it will be permanently on. So we did that, and then we still didn't get anything. So then we just said, screw it, let's put the 900 CDI that came in this e-box back in it. And then we took the 1100 out and turned it over, and it immediately had spark. So this was the issue. But now the question is, I'm running a 900 CDI and then a 900 stator on an 1100 motor. So I don't know if that's gonna have any issues whenever it does run, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow when it's on the water. So let's continue on and get everything installed, and this thing will be ready to go. This is an actual first start. Chokes on. This battery's gonna die. Ah! You ever open the carbs up?
No. I don't want to.
Are you giving a throttle?
Yep.
Stop. I didn't get the first start, but she started. We've been messing with it all day, and I don't know if this was the cause, but we replaced the fuel pump. We went through the whole carb, or all three of the carbs, and this was the only section that had any rust, that looked old at all. So Kanan actually had an extra fuel pump in his car, so we just threw that on and choked it a little bit, and she finally fired up. Let's see if she'll start. Gonna water tester. We got the lake all by ourselves. All right, we got some new spark plugs from AutoZone. Good. Oh, spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. All right, guys, in the last clip, you saw this thing on the water. It wasn't running right at all. And we're pretty sure that it was these junky CV carbs. So I actually found these online. They're taper board. What are these, 38s, Kanan?
Yeah.
38s. And I got them for 150 shipped for all three. So ready to go. I forget, they were tuned by some guy, and it was on a race boat. So it was a good deal, and I couldn't pass it up. So I think this is what's gonna solve it. Let's start it up. Nice. I think that solved the issue, so hopefully we ride this thing soon.